and I'm a music aficionado. How about you?
Very much so.
All right.
Very much so.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way,
Yeah.
Bob Rayner is here with me, and he's one of our electronics experts. Nice to see you, my dear.
Nice to be back. Thank you.
And you know, he's coming to us with something that is absolutely what I swear by. When I first moved to Philadelphia, I was about to say LA, Philadelphia, I was like, Garmin means that I can get here. So it's the Garmin Nuvi, and it is with lifetime maps. It has a non-slide friction mount. It actually is the most fully featured Garmin we have here on QVC.
That's correct.
It's loaded with features. You're going to receive the Garmin. You're going to receive the regular little mount, right? And then this new...
Yeah, the new bonus configurable one that bends and molds to your dashboard.
To your dash.
That's only available bundled together here at QVC.
Which is very cool.
Yep.
You've got your cigarette car lighter, and then also your connectivity to your computer because it's got lifetime maps.
Right.
And by the way, and I see that you've got this, can this be on landscape and portrait?
Yes, yes.
That's why you have that.
This is one of the ones that is dual mode, meaning you can do it horizontally or landscape, and portrait mode that you're seeing there. So you can fit it in any vehicle anywhere.
So this is by Garmin, and if you're familiar with the name Garmin, but you might not know exactly what it does, who's Garmin?
Garmin, #1 GPS manufacturer of navigation equipment in the world. 77%, I think, of all the GPSs sold in North America come from Garmin. That's a huge number, so there has to be a reason behind it, the ease of use and everything that we'll show you.
Yeah.
They make navigation for airplanes, ships, more than just car navigation systems. It's the only business they do, so obviously they would do it best.
And this Garmin is really, wow, when I said it was the most fully featured, usually you might think, okay, well, a Garmin, I go in there and I go, doot, 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 I'm gonna go to such and such a place. No, this one has just turned it up a notch.
Yes, it has turned it up a notch. Besides the regular, regular
Input.
Garmin things that we've shown you before, and we'll show you again,
Yeah.
this has voice-activated navigation, voice command. Now, to operate it, you know, Garmin's hallmark and the customer feedback from QVC, their favorite thing has always been ease of use.
Yeah.
And you can use it very easily. When you turn it on, you see these two things. Touch the icons. It's either going to ask you, do you want to view the map to see where you are? And you can zoom in and out and get all sorts of, views of that. Or the other question it asks you is, where do you want to go? Where to? Now, you can program in your home address. Think about the peace of mind there, especially with elderly or younger drivers. You can add an address in there. You can put it in there by categories and all that stuff, points of interest, which we'll talk about, or recently found. Watch how quickly I can do it. This is by touch. Then we'll talk about the voice. Where to? How about a place we've recently found? How about we go to Rachel Avenue?
Okie dokie.
All right, Rachel, and we hit go. So there you go within the space of what, 5 or 6 seconds. From where I am, I have touched a few icons, and now I am going to have...
Turn left before touch chevron.
So-
Then take the ramp on the right.
So as you see, within moments, I can easily navigate somewhere. But watch this. I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to turn my back to the camera, and I want to show you, because it's best when I speak directly into it. Voice command.
Say a command.
Find category.
Speak a category.
Pizza.
Searching for pizza.
How about that? You can speak the name of an address. You can even program your favorite places and say, I want to go to Mom's house. And you can just say Mom's house. Without touching the screen or doing anything, it will take you automatically turn by turn to Mom's house. Voice-activated navigation.
Okay, so the great thing about that is that now that we have voice-activated navigation, if you have a car that'll drive you there, all you have to do is sit back and be chauffeured. I mean, honestly, that's crazy.
In fact, look how it works. Even the ones down here heard me speaking and are now trying to find places.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that cool?
So let me just share with you as well that this, by the way, is a feature price of $189. We have it on 5 months of easy pay of $37.80, so just over $1 a day. We've got reduced shipping and handling. It's now $3 and change. We've reduced it by $6. Need to tell you that right now is the time to get this, because I know that we're all traveling. Actually, my girlfriend just drove from Martha's Vineyard back home to Chicago, and I'm sure that they use some sort of GPS or some sort of navigation to do so.
Who doesn't anymore? It's become a staple.
I mean, you
right?
have to have something to, figure out how to get where you're going. Now, this also has something that's different from other ones. This has lifetime map updates.
Lifetime map updates. In fact, you showed a USB cable concluded with this moments ago. You hook it up to your computer. You go to Garmin.com. 4 times a year, Garmin issues updates. Now, normally when you had to pay for those, it was big coin.
A lot.
And now, free updates for the lifetime of this unit. And also, lifetime traffic updates as well, because it actually reports traffic when you're driving.
And now how does that work?
Well, it has a little receiver inside there that picks up traffic information that's broadcast around metropolitan areas.
So it'll talk to us.
It will actually show you, it'll say traffic up ahead, accident or whatever, and give you the option to route yourself around it.
And speaking of that, traffic up ahead, sometimes when you're going down a lane and it says go over this way, this has something that actually helps you
Lane
figure out
assist,
the
right.
right lane that you're in, right?
Called Lane Assist with Junction View. And here's how it works. When you're driving down the road, like you said, when your next maneuver is approaching, here's what Garmin does. In the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see how many lanes there are, 6, but the 2 lanes you need to be in are highlighted for that turn in 0.3 miles. But see what else happened there, Rachel? The map moved to the side, and on the right, you see the highway, the same image you're seeing out of your windshield. And I always point this out, even the green and yellow sign on that bridge you see is duplicated on the Garmin. But you see what Garmin did? They painted red lines on the road, on their map, to show exactly where you need to be to make your turn. That peace of mind and that comfort, I tell this story every time lately this summer. I remember summer vacations with my dad. We're sitting in the back seat as kids, and he's trying to maneuver the Washington, D.C. Beltway when we're on vacation, seeing all the things. You ever been on the Washington, D.C. Beltway? You know, 10 lanes wide and whatever it is. The trepidation and the nervousness, had we had a Garmin, what lane, what exit, whatever,
Right.
gone. Peace of mind and ease of use is a Garmin hallmark.
Absolutely, and you know, no fighting among couples and that sort of thing when you're in the car. Honey, go here, honey, go there. The reality is that we're still, you know, deep into travel season. If you've got elderly drivers, if you have brand new drivers, if you're giving somebody the old beat up car, you know, family car, give them a Garmin just so that they can get where they need to go. And speaking of that, if there are emergencies, this has something that I love, which is kind of get home and also
Right.
where am I?
Where am
to
I?
tell emergency personnel where you are if you for some reason get lost and don't know, right?
You know, it's really not funny. I chuckled there for a moment, but if you are in a situation like this young lady here, where you have a medical emergency or a breakdown or something like that, when you pick up that mobile phone or go and borrow a phone or whatever, the first question you are asked when you are called for, where are you?
Right.
Well, especially if you're in a strange place you don't know. What you saw right there, you touch the screen, and you'll instantly find your nearest compass points, nearest address, nearest intersection, and the nearest police station, fire station, and gas station. That peace of mind alone makes Garmin worth owning.
You know, when I said, you know, young drivers, elderly drivers, it doesn't matter. I mean, I was new to Philadelphia, the Philadelphia area, and I wanted to explore everywhere, and this just gave me confidence in terms of driving. So, you know, in addition to the no arguments, it's confidence in terms of driving. The other thing, by the way, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you, and maybe it has, you park your car somewhere and you go, I have no idea
That's
where
a
my car
cool
is.
feature, yeah.
That happens to me all the time, but this does something, right?
Yeah, it's called Last Spot, where when you take it out of the mount in your car, turn it off, put it in your purse or pocket, you can go wherever you want to. When you want to find your car, you turn it on, you hit your last spot, and it will walk you step by step back to where you parked your car. Especially in the wintertime when you've parked in shopping malls or whatever, that is one of the greatest, coolest features of the thing.
Speaking of that, right, it will help you while you're walking too. So if you're being a tourist,
Yes, you are.
take this and do that. The other thing